Welcome back. We're here with part two of this castle build, and I'm going to call it the Phoenix Castle because that is going to be the last name of the family that will live here. So we are going to start with the ballroom today, and we are going to put a little bar area over here in the corner. So the ballroom is basically the party room. So there's going to be, you know, stereos and pianos and bars and seating and dance floors, just kind of that whole everything you need for an event. Everybody comes to this room and they hang out. And I thought it would be a nice way to divide parts of the room by using platforms. So this bar area is on a platform, and then also the like place with the microphone, the piano, the guitar is on a platform as well. So it's kind of like a stage, and that's what those lights are pointing to. And then I am just going to put some doorway. This is actually going to be the main entrance. So based on the floor plan that I found online that I've been tweaking, is you walk all the way through this like courtyard area to get to the main entrance. So that's what that door is right there. And then I'm struggling with figuring out exactly how I want the stage to be shaped, but we do end up just going with a square. So that is that. And then we are going to put some instruments on the stage area, and you can see platforms are difficult for me. So there are those nice curtains, and then onto the stage we'll put a microphone and a piano and a guitar and a violin. So basically every instrument we can get our hands on. And then that is the dance floor right there, that white, I guess it kind of looks like a carpet to me, but it's a dance floor. So that is that. And then we are going to put up some like musician painting things here. And I thought that the purple and the yellow looked nice together. Those are complementary colors. So that's what we went with. And then we'll just put a couple of little seats over there. But also, I forgot to put a buffet somewhere. And I decided that the best place for a buffet is the dining room. So that's where we put it. And then sized up these carpets just to make sure it's a giant runner basically. And then a couple of seating areas, and we will call the ballroom good. So I just wanted to make sure that like people would have places to relax as well. And then over here, we are going to put a kind of drawing sitting room. So this is also for entertaining. It's kind of a formal sitting area. So not like the den where there's a TV and everything, just some places to sit and different decorations. So that's what we're working on here. And I decided to make this room black and white. I don't know why. I'm trying to think of different color combinations for different rooms, and I wanted to make sure I had some sort of variety. So this room will be black and white, and on this side is going to be this sitting room, a couple of bathrooms, because, if you're having a big party, you need a few bathrooms, and then a kind of, how do I explain, like a room for, I don't want to say guys, but when you picture like the room that all the guys go to smoke in like movies, like all it's very vintage glamour, very dark, and I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to explain. If you get it, let me know. If you don't get it, then just ignore me. It's another sitting room. Um, and then a kind of game room area, and then an office. So that's what's going to be on this side. And what I wanted to do was move some things around. So I am going to change our photo room on the other side as well because honestly, I don't like it there. And I figured, maybe we can expand on some of the stuff in the castle. So, like, I'm not going to go too overboard, even though I kind of want to. I want to add like literally every activity into this build. And I know that that's not what I should be doing. So I'm not going to do that. But there is room to expand. So like there's room in the yard if you want to put like a kids play area with a jungle gym and stuff. There's room for, a bowling alley in the basement if you wanted to. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm gonna put a bowling alley in the basement. And then I was like, Megan, no, you don't need a bowling alley in the basement right now. So I think maybe as I play with this household, if I decide that my Sims want to bowl, they can go bowling in the basement. But for right now, I'm gonna try not to overdo it and just, make this nice and go from there. So there is opportunity for expansion, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So you can also get outside over here as well. And I did just do the little entryway there, if you saw that. And then we're going into this room that I was trying to explain, but I can't. So it's very dark and, um, you know, drinks and hanging out. So that's what we went with. And then into the next room, it will be the game room. And of course, I didn't want to keep the same wallpaper, so we're just changing the wallpaper. And then we are headed into the game room. And I just wanted to put like different activities. I was thinking about making it more adults, but if I want the entrance to the potential bowling alley to be in here, then kids are going to have to come through here anyway, so maybe not. So what I did do was add a sabak table, a don't wake the llama table, a foosball table, and a ping pong table, and a dartboard, and a little aquarium. So that's what's in here. And then I really, really struggled trying to get the stairs in here because stairs need 4 tiles, but we only have 3. So I was thinking about whether or not I could somehow fit a staircase in there. You'll see the struggle in just a second. And I thought it would also be fun. I added a little window the same size as the aquarium behind the aquarium so that if you're in the office, you can like still watch the fish. So I thought that that was fun. And then we added in this a ladder instead of a staircase because I didn't want to change the shape of the house just for that. Although I know that I could have moved the aquarium, but I was so happy with my fancy little window that I didn't want to. So we did not do that. And then we are in the study area. I gave it kind of like a greenish theme, and we struggled with the curtains. So there was that. And then it's just like a desk, some bookshelves, a chess table, and some chairs. So really not too exciting, very standard for this sort of thing. So there's the desk. Oh, a computer, of course. So that is what we're going with there. Um, I am thinking too, like in the bedrooms, there'll be like laptops and stuff for the Sims. So I won't just have one computer in the whole house because you know how that goes with your Sims. And it's really not realistic either because, I mean, everyone in my family has their own laptop. So that's my assumption is that people would get their own computers. And then you can see I'm just going to move the stuff from the photo room into the basement. We'll come back to that and really organize it. But I was like, you know what? I don't want that there. So instead, we made it also kind of a game room. So there's like video game stuff for the family and like a little, another little game board. So actually, that came with the Pufferhead pack, CC pack, and it's like a little Harry Potter game. It's basically Don't Wake the Llama. But anyway, um, we are going to use that and just add in an easel again, just for some creativity and then call that room good. And then next, we are going to go into the courtyard garden space. And what I picture for these type of spaces is like tea parties and stuff. You know, you go out, you look at the flowers, and you enjoy like a cup of tea. I will read way too many manga that have that sort of theme, so that's what we're going with. I'm also putting a fire pit out there. And then we're going to do some landscaping. And right now, I'm just going to put a couple of things out front because we are going to expand the house to the right as well. Because I figured, so like this is a castle, right? And so I give it like stones and a more like medieval outside, I guess. But I wanted it to be like well used. I'm saying like too many times, aren't I? I wanted it to be well used. So what I did was added on a spa, gym, indoor pool area on the right. And I wanted that to look like an addition. So I changed the way that the outside looks here and gave it a glass roof and just kind of made this area look way more modern than the rest so that it looks like it was added on later after, you know, however many years of the castle existing. So over here is a little spa and the massage tables, yoga mats, meditation. And then I was wondering why the floor tiles looked weird, but it's because I took off the ceiling for a second. That's why it looks bad. We'll put back on the ceiling in a second. And then I wanted it to have lots of windows, very glass, very spa day. And then there will be the pool, and then the gym area will be over that side. There'll also be a jacuzzi. I wanted to add in a kiddie pool, but you know, like I said, I don't want to go too overboard here, even though my instinct is to go really overboard. But if I want later, I put a door right next to the jacuzzi so you can, if you want to add outside stuff, put stuff out on the side there or go into the back area because this lot is pretty large. So there's still plenty of space to put other things. Or if you wanted the second floor to also encompass this space, you could do that as well. I think that it's one of those things where you live in this residence and decide what suits your Sims needs at the time. So that's what we're going with. And then I'm just changing this around a little bit so that the photo studio portrait area is all set. It's not too exciting, not a lot of bells and whistles, no many bells. So that is what I think is functional. And if later I really decide that I need that bowling alley, we'll go back and make the photo studio another room and then have like a little hallway at the bottom of the ladder where you can go into the bowling alley. And we'll figure that out there. The roof was a struggle, big struggle. Anyway, we're just going to accept that it was a struggle and learn from it. So I'm just arching a tiny bit these little areas and then we are going to come around. I am going to have to make those bigger, but I thought making them a little taller was nice too. I don't know why the outline was sometimes across the middle and sometimes not, but we're just accepting that. And then a nice white trim, black roof, light walls. And then what I thought to myself is we need another staircase because there's one staircase. And if you're on the total other side of the house, how are you supposed to get upstairs? Like you're gonna have to walk all the way over there. No, I don't think so. So we're gonna add a staircase. I was thinking about adding it in this room, but I just really didn't like the way that it looked there. So we're just gonna add it in this really long hallway area. And I think that that worked out fine. So that is where that's gonna go. So now we have two staircases going upstairs, which I think is needed, especially because it's such a large house. And then I am going to make the ballroom area 2 floors. So I end up getting rid of that because it looks silly when you can see down. But 2 floors so that you can look down over it. Again, if you feel like you need more space, more bedrooms upstairs, maybe you can always close that off and then put more rooms right here. Always an option. And I was thinking about doing more, but I'm a little tired now. So we are just going to add in the windows and then call it good for today for part 2. So we will head into screenshots momentarily. Here we go. So we redid this room to be more of a gaming room. The little entranceway and the courtyard garden hangout area, the bar and the ballroom. I really couldn't get another good picture of the ballroom because of the lights. So anyway, the sitting room and the other sitting room, and then the game room, the office. And I really like the way that this is coming out. So, stay tuned for part 3. And we will be starting to work on the upstairs at that time. So I will catch you guys next time.